Talk about your decision to start Fears. He ends up with 20, but I know that's sometimes a mixed bag, but what did you think?
You know, I thought he did a lot of really good things. I mean, he makes a lot happen with his speed. He can create for others. And, you know, he makes a ton of good plays. There's still a learning curve on other plays situationally for him. But I thought he did a good job. And on the other side of that, this is unbelievable lesson for a lot of people. I say a lot of times, your mind's right, your game's right. And I told Glenn he wasn't going to start, he's going to come off the bench. And but he's going to play a lot of minutes. He's going to be a huge part. And he was like, Coach, I'm great. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. And it's just a great example for putting team over self. And his mind was right, his game was right. He came in, it didn't pout, didn't let anything. He was all about that. And man, he came right in, ready to go. And so I thought that was a great kudos to Glenn for how he handled it.
Bob, 9:33 left. Jalen picks up his fourth foul. How nice was it to see that there's other ways for you guys to win when Jalen doesn't bring it?
Yeah, and they were switching everything, and they were kind of, so we kind of went to a small lineup, and I thought J. Cole gave us some solid minutes. You know, he got 3 big defensive rebounds. I mean, I know he didn't score, but he did some nice things. We went small, but it was nice. You know, Glenn stepped up, and you know, we've been without 2 of our best shooters. And now this is the 3rd game where we've had a different player make 4 threes. Duke, Kobe, and now Glenn has all made 4 threes in a game. And that's a great sign. I told the message at halftime was this. I told him, I said, we were 3 for 15 from 3. And I thought we were getting great looks. I thought we were moving the ball was popping, we were spaced. We just didn't hit shots. And I said, if we got to continue to do the 2 things. They all saw the game 2 nights ago up in Stores where they forced 19 turnovers and had 17 offensive rebounds. We only had, I think, 10 turnovers and gave up 8 offensive rebounds. And I just told the guys, I said, we're going to make shots in the second half. If you keep moving the ball like you are and sharing it, we're going to make shots. And we made 7 threes in the second half. And we're going to shoot better than 3 for 15 and a half, especially with those open looks.
Well, Porter, you just mentioned it a bit without Bryson and Jay on. You've had guys step up, shoot 3. Kobe last game, yeah. Glenn tonight. Just how big is that?
It's huge because we need to space it and make shots, you know. For that, those guys to have confidence and then to be threats. Because I think some of them, they were coming out, they were trying to play off a couple guys early, and to be threats out there, and just that's the joy of and the benefit of being deep. And having guys come off the bench, you know, that to be able to think about it. Fears has come off the bench. All these things, he had 20 tonight. Glenn came off the bench. He had 16. So it's good. And we're getting close with Bryson Goodine. And, you know, he had 3 threes in one half, the only half he's played in so far. So it's a good sign.
Trey. Porter, you mentioned telling the guys that have kind of just keep shooting after the 3 for 15 in the first half and kept shooting threes in the second half. Will there ever come a time where if the shots aren't continuing to fall throughout the game, will you keep telling them just kind of keep shooting it, they're going to start falling, or maybe kind of dial it back a little bit? Or
as long as they're good shots. But the thing we have is like if we start missing, you know, a bunch in a row, then we kind of say paint touch. And that a 3 can happen by that, but it's got to be in the paint, kick it out. We got to be aggressive. And so we kind of just say, if we feel like we've missed, you know, 4 in a row or something, and it hasn't hit the paint, it's just been on the perimeter, we'll say paint touch. And that means we're aggressive, but it can also be an inside-out 3. And but I don't want our guys to get, you know, we're going to need to make shots. We got guys that can make shots. I got confidence. If they take good shots, I want to have them step in and take them.
Back to James.
Porter, the slow starts, is that something you're worried about? Is it, you know?
I told the guys today, like sometimes these early games, everybody expects you to win big, and you're just not going to knock them out, you know, early. You just, you know, with some of these teams, they're competitive, and just so the slow start, we were a little bit better defensively than we were. The other night they hit a couple tough shots, but our shots just weren't falling. I thought the ball was, I'm going to watch the tape, but I thought the ball was moving. We really were doing some good things offensively, just we didn't hit shots. And so I was really pleased with the defense in the second half. I think they had 23 points in the second half, and I mean that was really, really good of coming out of the locker room understanding that, hey man, we're going to hit some shots, but we're going to win this game by defending and rebounding.
Any additional questions? Go back to Bob.
You said Bryson's close. Notice he was out there for warm-ups. Were you trying to see, or did you already know?
I was close. We were 3 for 15 in the first half. I was like, can Bryson go? But he's close. We're fortunate we got a little break now before we head out, and hopefully it's every day getting better. But it's just been a nagging thing for him.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thanks.
All right, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Really just staying confident in my game. Haven't been falling early games. Just trusting my work. I put in the hours, and I just know I got to stay confident knocking shots down for my team because they're leaving out for me and trusting them.
James?
But you seem so confident, cool all the time. Are you really that cool and calm all the time? He's laughing. So are you really that way all the time?
Yeah, I'm pretty mellow, cool guy. I feel like it's just basketball at the end of the day. I feel like we're out there doing something we love. We got the blessing to do it. So I feel like I just got to come out there. And it's my last go around, so I'm trying to enjoy each and every game because it go by like this.
So when your shots sweat.
As long as we win, I'm good. As long as we win, I'm good.
Fun fact, he's goofy too. He's really goofy.
Duke, 14 in that first half. What were you kind of seeing out there? How are things just kind of falling for you in that first half?
I just seen, the offense kind of moving kind of slow, so I was just like, whatever it takes to, to help the team get going. So they just needed my ultraness, aggressiveness on offense. So, I just brought that fire to the team.
Cole, for both of you, Jeremiah got his first start. What did you see from him tonight? 20 points.
Oh, man, I love it, man. The youngin came in, he came in, he brought in a lot of, penetration, and then, just not even doing that, just coming in and just being solid. Like, coming in as a freshman and scoring 20 points in your first start, like, that's very impressive. So, coming in, I think he just got to keep going and get better, and the sky's the limit for the kid.
Yeah, I feel like he's the best freshman in the country. He put in the hours. He in here every day. Like, when I say every day, I mean literally every day. So it's no surprise to us. He do it every day in practice, so that guy, he's going to be special.
James?
Guys, getting off to the slow starts. You guys are great in the second half. What's the deal with the slow starts, or can you get it corrected?
Yeah, I think it's something we can get corrected. I think it's just, it's sometimes, the game kind of, moves too fast, and then sometimes it's just, we just got to prepare a little better. So, just come in, just being locked in from the jump, and that's something they always can correct it. I think that was probably our last time starting out slow.
For sure.
Bob?
Because it was the 3-guard starting lineup, how much more freedom does that give you? Know that's not all on your shoulders to try to get the team going.
Just starting out with 3 guards, it was kind of a little different, because we were kind of smaller, they were kind of a little bigger. I mean, honestly, it wasn't really, no pressure from anyone. Coaches, preach on stuff and just move the ball and get the dominoes falling. And, as a team, I feel like all of us can do it, so it was very easy.
Time for a few more questions if we have any. Or are we all good? Okay.
All right, thank y'all.
Appreciate you guys.